Hello friends, this is Music Man from his man cave, and today I would like to give my take on 3D. So, now you notice that whenever you go to a movie, like when I went to Man of Steel this last week, that you have a couple of options. One is to 3D or not to 3D. And so here's my take on 3D. Sometimes 3D really works. It adds to the movie. It makes the movie much more fun to watch. But I have noticed things just for me that certain movies are great in 3D, and certain movies, why did you bother? Or why did you convert it? Or should have not even made this movie? And so I'm going to just show you some movies I think that the 3D really worked for, and the ones that they don't. Now, first of all, the ones that do not work for 3D. Of course, you guys know that I am a science sci-fi fan, and I had to go see Phantom Menace. George Lucas has gotten lots of money from me over the years, and I have every version of Star Wars. I have the original VHS tapes of Star Wars. I have all the different messing around and him fiddling with the films and changing things around. Yes, Han Solo did shoot first. Just letting you know. You want to watch it on the original, he shot first before poor Greedo got to do anything. So, 3D, the ones that for me work. This movie on 3D looks absolutely spectacular. It looks great. It brings it alive. It reminds me of when I was a kid and I had those red things that you flip the pictures, and that's kind of the idea with 3D. It's kind of to bring it forward and to make it look really, really good. So yeah, Beauty and the Beast, it looks fantastic on 3D. Another one that looks sharp is these Pixar movies. They look fantastic in 3D. They really do. I like them. I have to say that when I watch them, go to the theater and watch them in 3D, they are spellbinding, and they're short. And I'll talk more about that in a moment. Tangled. This movie looks absolutely fantastic in 3D. There's just no debating it. It has a great feel to it, a great look to it. It has that. It brings everything out. The things, those lights floating in the sky and them singing, it adds to the movie. Yes, fantastic in 3D. This movie, I am probably one of the only people on the planet that I'm such a fan that I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it even though it's a cheese fest. But the 3D really does add to this movie. It really brings it alive. Oh, there you can see the 3D effects. There's my special effects for those of you that are looking for it. 3D special effects. Is the movie really bad or not? I'd have to talk about that later. I was hoping that they would continue on. I thought the movie was more of like a trailer for a Green Lantern movie rather than really a Green Lantern movie. But the 3D really did add to this movie and just made it look sharp, made it look crisp. It was a light show, and they did a good job. Now here's some movies that did not work for me with 3D. I went in to see them, and I did see them in 3D, and it was like, no. The glasses are starting to irritate me. I'm going cross-eyed. Please, it's time to give my eyes a break. Oh, okay, oh yeah. So here are the ones that did not work for me in 3D at all. The Amazing Spider-Man. I'll give a review about this later. I enjoyed it, but the 3D really didn't add much. Yeah, there was some times when he was, swinging through the city, and we got a first-person respect to see what it really felt like to be swinging around, but that was very far and few between. Most of the movie just didn't need the 3D. Captain America, again, these movies, I wouldn't have them if I didn't like them. But the 3D didn't add anything to this movie. It was already kind of a darker movie, kind of given that 1940s look, and it just made it darker. The glasses made it look darker and fuzzy, and the 3D did not add anything to this movie. Thor. Spoiler, when he went to the ice planet at the beginning of the movie and fought the frost giants, you had to kind of sit there and go, okay, what's going on? It's kind of dark. 3D did not add anything to Thor. Just didn't add anything. I really like this movie. I was really surprised, but 3D, no. Just don't need it. And any action movie that is post-converted to 3D, it's just ridiculous. Don't do it. Don't waste. Don't bother. This movie, 3D, did not add anything at all to this movie. No swords coming out and hitting you in the head. Nothing. So why did they put it in 3D? There's lots of theories about that. Well, so what do I think about this 3D? Well, first of all, I like, getting like some special glasses from the Phantom Menace. Probably one of the only Star Wars guys in the universe that actually enjoyed the Phantom Menace and understand who it was designed for. It was designed for George Lucas to make money, but it was also designed more geared toward little children. It really wasn't designed for people like me and at my age. It was eye candy, and the story was very simplistic. And guess who's the favorite character of all Star Wars characters to little children? Jar Jar Binks. Misa say. Anyway, 3D works in some movies. Some movies they shouldn't have bothered, shouldn't have wasted their time. That is my take on 3D. Is 3D going to go away? No, because they're still going to make movies that people are going to pay to go see in 3D. It's going to happen. My hope is they will not get rid of 2D. I still am a 2D fan. I like watching most of my movies in 2D. The movies that go beyond about an hour and a half, I start getting what's called eye fatigue. My eyes start to burn. I start feeling like I'm going cross-eyed. My eyes start to one of my eyes starts to twitch. And I don't know if anybody else goes through this with 3D, but I do. And so there's only so long I can take it, and it's few and far between that I want to watch a movie in 3D. So that's my take on 3D. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes it's just irritating. And so you have to make that decision when you're going to watch a movie. Are some movies worth paying that extra ticket price to see them in 3D? Only the Pixar, those ones that I'm telling you about that are like cartoons, and then the extra expense, you have to make, you have to make that judgment for your family if you want to spend that money, because money is hard to come by these days. So, enjoy going to the movies and enjoy 3D when it is applicable. Music Man in his man cave. Talk to you later.